My interest in the study of intelligence started in the 70s when I became a teacher of transcendental meditation. The research was interesting, published in Scientific American, that sounds can improve your cognitive abilities, and that can be demonstrated through brain waves. But then TM did not allow the study of the sounds per se to see where the intelligence is located within the brain and within the sound waves. So when I had an opportunity to pursue that when I came to the United States to do my PhD, did some courses on neuropsychology, although I was working in the Department of Religion because that's where I got my PhD. But then they allowed me to do this because I was just bringing the traditional knowledge of intelligence to the West. So later on, to make a long story short, later on I did some research at Harvard Medical School. I gave the scientists the sounds to be studied separately with listening, articulating, and went beyond brainwave studies to study fMRI signatures. And amazing things happened. And that got me interested to formulate this science called phonemic intelligence. Phonemes, which are the smallest sounds which carry a distinct meaning, carries intelligence. Phonemes or sound waves carry intelligence. Then I began to wonder why people, whether they are in the East or the West, why schools, colleges are not studying intelligence. It is still a mystery for me why they are not interested in including study of intelligence as a discipline. It should be done. Nature is doing that. We have 100 billion neurons at birth. So everybody has the ability to manipulate the neuronal connections, creating more synapses and become a genius. But all this can be included in the syllabus, and nature is doing this. Even a fetal count says 100 billion neurons. Even the fetus carries that many neurons. And not only that, every 50 seconds, every second, I think, I have to check that, every second they create about 50,000 neurons or so. Well, it is still a fetus. There are intimate connection between, at various level, the sounds and the neurons and brain areas. And the first time that I presented this was in the 1980s when I was still a graduate student. And I had the great opportunity to sit by the side of Eugene Wigner, whom at the time did not know was Einstein's good friend and who was at Princeton. So he was interested in consciousness studies. That's why I was invited to present the paper where I said that the Indian tradition had figured out long time ago intelligence and where it is located in the brain and what sounds represent what type of intelligence. So the point is, it's not too late for us to get back into it, and I have dedicated my life to do that. And the one place that I had more response and results is India, the state of Goa. They opened all the government schools for me to test it on 35,000 kids, and we found remarkable results. These are kids coming from, humble backgrounds, but they hired a neuropsychologist from Bangalore, and we have fabulous results, especially kids' ability to learn math and science, which is a great thing to prove. When I tried to go to private schools, and when they found out that I'm working with poor kids, and I have about 150 centers where poor kids are being taught this phonemic intelligence. And then they began to associate this is for poor kids program, so we don't want it, the private schools. No, this is not it. And I explained to them this is an intelligence program. And it is not only for kids, it is for adults because it improves your intelligence. Not only intelligence, you can become a genius if all the neurons are put to work and get activated through the sounds. The sounds go on immediately within seconds, create signatures when you look at the fMRI results. And of course, the more concrete proof is their grades, which we have seen, greatly improve when you do the phonemic intelligence. So my goal is we have several programs. We have phonemic intelligence, super intelligence program, super thinking program, and a genius program. I'm more interested in the genius program, how to take a kid with no resources, whether at home or at school, but improve their learning ability, their creativity, their memory, their concentration. All this can be studied and eventually make this kid a genius. And that is my intention, but there is resistance to new programs. The schools, even in the United States, would want to have trigonometry taught at school, but not phonemic intelligence. This is really ridiculous. And this is the case everywhere. So I have not given up. So I will still keep doing it. And then one day, fortune will smile on us. And then when we can take it not only just for schools and colleges, but even to corporations, to give it to executives and then show how you can activate a given area of the brain. If you want memory, maybe go and work on the hippocampus, and then there are sounds that can be given. There are so many things that can be done, how the neurotransmitters involved in the creation of the intelligence. All these can be studied. So one day God is going to help us to figure it out. It's all with the grace of God that we can get it done, because especially when you are in the domain of helping the poor kids, the resistance is so high. But anyway, that's my brief introduction of phonemic intelligence. And the practice is very simple. You do it for a few minutes, and I have trained a few teachers, and now it's being taught. I think they are producing electronic versions with the apps and so forth. We are going to try that so that people can have access to it globally. God bless.